On this album, I want to show people my songwriting skills, my producing skills, and my musician skills.
Right, go
it's
ahead.
executive produced by Lizzo. Like I put this together. This is my vision. This is my sonic dream, and I wanted to have people put some respect on my motherfucking name.
Hello.
And then I'll do my features because I got a lot of friends who are very talented that I love very much. That we could change the world together.
And it took years to build the album special.
It took like 3 years, yeah.
Big Boy's Neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of beautiful, Lizzo is back in the neighborhood. It seems like we just saw you.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you wrapped right back around and came back to see us once again.
Oh yeah, I love being here. We just had the most fire conversation too. I wish people heard it, but they'll
get a dose of
We'll
it.
do the extended version one.
They'll get a dose of it. But you have a very a very special album. Which is your album special is extremely special, and it's extreme. You are extremely talented, And to do an album like that, we think is for us. Was that therapeutic when you go deep inside and put together an album like this?
Absolutely. I mean that's what my whole journey has been about, kind of like healing the world by healing myself. And I feel like everybody can relate to that. Like you got to save yourself first before you can save others.
Yeah, real talk. And even when you get on a plane, they tell you secure your mask first. And it's crazy because sometimes we want to do so much for other people, but we don't do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't heal somebody if you don't heal yourself first.
Yeah. Even to our detriment, like the things that you don't think you're doing for other people, the way you dress, the way you act, a lot of times, or the way you present yourself on social media is for other people, to please other people. But it's like, you got to please yourself.
Are you still working on that, or do you think you figured that out?
I'm really good at it.
Really?
At this point. Hell yeah, because I was such a bad communicator. Even though I'm a life path communicator, life path 3, I was bad at it when I was younger because when I was upset, I wouldn't express myself. And then music gave me an outlet to express myself. And then when I was able to do that through therapy and realizing, when I'm on stage, I can emote. Like, where's that same energy when somebody made you upset or when you're unhappy with something or when something's unfair? And I learned how to start saying, I'm not feeling it today, or I didn't like that. I didn't like the way you spoke to me.
Right.
Instead of screaming at somebody or trying to fight them, it was like, just explain yourself. I did. I found my voice. Absolutely.
And when you find your voice, does that kind of turn people off as well? Because not usually, but there's some people that know how to speak to you, know how to get over on you, and they don't think you're going to say something. So when you do find your voice, that's got to be invigorating.
All those people are long gone.
Yeah,
from my life.
And you got to have that cleaning process too, though.
Yeah.
You got to have that cleaning process. I was listening to the album and a very special message from Lizzo. That right there was the interview. I could have just cut that up and just played that back. You know what I'm saying? Why did you put that at the end of the album?
Oh my God. I get so nervous not nervous, but I'll be like, turn it off, because we're streaming the album.
Right.
We played it. We just listened to it this morning.
Is it hard to listen to your album?
Oh, it's so easy.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
It's the easiest thing to listen to. That's when it goes, well, guys, we did it. And I'm like, turn it off. Like, that's the hard part.
But you did it. And we did. We did it, though.
Yeah. I think I just wanted to, tie a bow on the album and just give a special message to let people know where my mind was at. And even when I did the Lizzoverse event in New York this on Friday, I wanted to take the time and explain where all of this came from, because I think that means something. It makes the music hit different, But I recorded that message. It was a one take thing, and I just kind of off the dome did it. So now hearing it back, I'm like,
Are you fine with it though? You know how you start to listen back to something like, I wish I would have put this in there.
You know what's so funny? I refused to listen to it for a while, and then last night when I was by myself, I listened to it and I was like, it was sweet. It was really special to hear.
Why last night were you ready?
I think it's because I was finally alone. I've been surrounded by people for yesterday was one of those rare days where I didn't see nobody. I saw my assistant for 5 minutes because she dropped some food off because I deleted delivery services off my phone.
Yeah, I've been deleting it all too.
Golly, but I didn't see nobody, and that was so rare. It has been a whirlwind of a life. But since April, it's been nonstop. So I had a little peace and quiet yesterday, and I was like, okay, face yourself. Listen to what you said, because I don't want to cringe every time that part comes on.
And even listening to the message, I always ask people, I say, man, how many songs do you record to pick what you have? And you right there, you say you recorded like 170?
Yeah, a lot.
To pick the 12. How do you pick the ones that's so special out of 170?
There's a lot of factors, a lot. And I'm so proud of this album. And when we did an interview before it came out, I was like, I'm so proud of it. It's a classic, no skips. And now that it's out, everybody's like, it's a classic,
hey, man, no skips.
That's for real, dude.
Hey, man, you said that.
Did I lie? Did I lie?
You didn't lie at all, dude. I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, she is extremely talented. And there is, and you'll start to go through the album and you'll start to pick your favorites. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to kind of pick your favorite.
They change.
When you don't.
Yeah.
Yes. But right now, and Natalia as a witness that even told me, special.
Yeah.
Like, Special is one of those songs that when you put on, it's like, man, okay, this is perfect timing for me. This was written for me. And if there's anything you got to move around or fill in the blanks, it's a song that's perfect for anyone that's listening to it. No matter how much strength you have, vulnerability, it's like a song where you're like, dude, this is really special for me. And you were saying about the album, if you had it, at a particular time in your life.
So really quickly with Special, I sent it to a friend. I was like, I want you alone. I want you to listen to the song. I want you to know I'm sending this song to you because she's going through a hard time, right? Then I listened to the Special 3 times and I was in the car like crying because I was like, I didn't know that I needed that song as well. Yeah. But the album, like in its full, I was like, if this album came out when I was that year that I had broken up with someone and then met my now husband, that year that I hit 30, I was like, this would be the album I would listen to I'm still going to listen to it every single day. Right. But I was like, because, hello. But I was like, that album was made for me in that particular time in my life. But even now, still, it's just so beautiful. I love it so much.
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate hearing that. And I think the line, like, I'm so glad that you're still with us is like, really the thesis of the entire thing, because it doesn't shy away from the fact that like life is very hard, and I think it has gotten increasingly harder for us as a collective, and I think we've all noticed it and witnessed it and experienced it, and it makes me sad because you can't save or help everyone, right. As much as I would love to, like, there are people who are dying. Like, there's people close to me who are losing people to suicide. And it really breaks my heart listening to this song, just thinking about them and the hopes that I can help somebody so they don't have to experience,
Did you know that it was going to be that special when it was coming out of you?
Well, yes, because I wrote it when I was experiencing all that shit on the internet after I dropped Rumors. People were saying these awful things about me. And I was like, oh, this is like, you gotta have some thick skin these days to exist on social media, period.
Is this one special? Is it one of the last ones that you kind of created?
No, it was one of the first ones that kind of, because there was a whole second wind after Rumors came out, because I was a little on my fuck you, like we were talking about earlier, is love, and then there's the fuck you. And once I released that song and I got it off my chest, all of these like love songs started coming through, and like Special was the first song that I wrote kind of like, you see the album cover, I got the little silver thing on it, like it's a suit of armor to help me get through the day and get through the noise So I kind of knew, because it was like, I'm writing this for me right now, who's reading fucked up shit about me on the internet, and I'm getting sad, I'm angry, and I'm pissed, and I want to reply, and I want to cuss them out, and I want to, I want to clap back. But it's like the greatest clap back I could do is write a song like Special that can just help others. I don't want to give them attention. I want to give attention to the people who need it.
Right. And you know what's crazy about that, Lizzo, is how can people dislike you? It's like we go in, but for real, we go in so much first on anger. We go in on hate. You know, the album's whack before somebody even listened to it.
Yeah.
You know, you smile, they frown. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy where this society is at right now, and even just trying to stay afloat and to be in a position where you say, you know what, I've been hurt, but I want to make other people feel good. That's a hell of a transformation to take so much and not just say, oh, I'm out. It's got to be extremely hard.
Yeah, I think I'm extremely misunderstood. I think people you don't know the real me, first of all, and you're judging me based off of the music that I make and the audience that I've acquired. And I've heard a few things about me that I'm like, you're just absolutely wrong. Like, I make certain people comfortable, or I'm palatable for white audiences, which I'm just like, it's so wild to go from an artist like Martha Wash, who was a big black woman who sang big hooks that literally got, erased from history, and had models with smaller bodies put in music videos because she wasn't palatable, to like now I'm being accused of being too palatable. I'm like, there's nothing palatable about a fat black girl who's always naked, who be twerking, that say bitch every 7 seconds. Like, what's palatable about that? I'm just undeniable, and I don't think people understand that yet.
And you got to celebrate. I love when you say you're thick 30. You know what I'm saying? and you got to celebrate, and it's crazy because you're so happy, and you can feel that energy, and then when it's time for you to get a little lower, you take us there, but we feel that. That's why when I see certain things, that's the main reason why I just kind of like started to jump off of Instagram, and I gotta have the enoughs. I gotta be tapped in enough, I gotta be in this business enough, and street enough, and smart enough, corporate enough. So I got the enoughs that I gotta deal with. But it's crazy the energy that you let in, and even when you think like, oh, I'm not tripping off of that shit. Yeah. You are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It does hurt my feelings. I'd be lying if I didn't say I get fucking mad and I write the tweets and I make the videos. I stitch, I duet, I go in. They just never come out. I just never post them, because then I call my friends or I call my man, and then they're like, it's okay. Breathe. You don't need to do that. And then they tell me why those people don't deserve my attention. And so it feel good to do it, though.
Right.
I do it.
Like,
don't think enough. I don't.
I got enough.
Like I have an album of it.
Oh my God, one day.
No need to walk down the throne.
Okay.
You don't need to get off the throne and walk down there.
Never stoop.
And I love you, bitch, right? You said, I thought I'd never say this.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
well, first of all, shout out to Zero from Houston, Texas. He is a legendary rapper down in Houston that I grew up listening to, and he has a song called "I Hate You, Bitch."
Right.
And so I interpolated that. He goes, "I hate you, bitch. I never thought I'd say this," and I think it has the same effect when you flip it around. It's like, I love you, bitch. I never thought I'd say this. Like,
okay, so
yeah, it was taking that song and putting a positive spin on it. I think it's funny, it's campy, right? Because you can sing this to anybody. You can sing it to your friends. You can sing it to the drunk girls in the bathroom that you just met. You can sing it to the person you fucking. You can sing it to your grandma. You can sing it to
grandma.
You'll get slapped.
That'll go over well.
You'll wake up in another dimension, in another life. You'll be like, wait, I got reincarnated.
She received the message though. She received the message.
You can sing it to anybody.
You sing it to yourself,
and that is really when you listen to it, it's like, damn, who am I singing it to? I'll never tell. I'll never tell y'all who I really wrote it about.
Oh, so there is a person.
Maybe.
Oh, we get you next month when you come back.
Well,
Now-
I thought it was funny because I love you. Like the beginning of it, you're saying like I'm crying because I love you, and then I hear this one, I'm like I love you, bitch. I'm like, yeah. To me, it was this like, no, now this love is for me, and this is the love that I want to put out there.
Ooh, come
She like,
on
well,
now.
take it however you wanted to,
Come
Natalia.
on now.
She was like, all right. She was like, write your own album.
Never tell you.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh,
Write your own album.
the pressure's got to keep writing albums for you motherfuckers. She's like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, write your own album, you untalented bastards. Now, the album was going to be called In Case Nobody Told You, which is a beautiful title as well.
Yeah.
And was that going to be a title, or am I just going into something?
That was the album title for a long time, and it's so funny that is like, a talking point when I do interviews now. I said it kind of off the cuff. I was like, and now people are like, so it was going to be called In Case Somebody Told You. I'm like, yeah.
But that's a good one, too.
I know, it's so good. But the song Special used to be called In Case Nobody Told You.
Oh.
And then when I worked with Max Martin, he was like, the song is called Special. And I was like, okay, so if the song is special, is the album special? And everyone's like, duh.
You're like, all right.
Like, hello?
They were all waiting around for you to come around to it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the album, the song is special. Lizzo.
Album's kind of special.
So why don't we call it special?
Right.
Like, oh, great, Lizzo. That's what we're
Oh
thinking
my
as well.
gosh. Ding, ding, ding.
No features on the album, though.
Hey, no features on my album.
You know what I'm saying?
No features on my
We are so
album.
feature heavy.
Yeah.
Why no features?
Because I don't need them.
Right.
The songs didn't need them. I feel like I have great connections with incredible artists that I have songs with, that I love to collaborate with, and that time will come. I think that more importantly than a song begging for a feature or that moment is I really wanted to set a precedent for the musician that I am. I don't think people knew that about me. I don't think people really got to dive into Cause I Love You, the album, because there were so many great songs like Lingerie and Cry Baby on there that people didn't really get to hear because Truth Hurts and Good as Hell came back from 2017 and took the spotlight. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I made peace with that. But on this album, I want to show people my songwriting skills, my producing skills, and my musician skills.
Right, go
It's
ahead.
executive produced by Lizzo. Like I put this together. This is my vision. This is my sonic dream. And I wanted to have people put some respect on my motherfucking name.
Hello.
And then I'll do my features because I got a lot of friends who are very talented that I love very much, that we could change the world together.
And it took years to build the album special?
It took like 3 years, yeah.
When do you know it's done?
I thought it was done so many times. Like I had a whole, so first I had a whole like Big Mama Thornton, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, like old school rock and roll, paying homage to the women who innovated rock and roll in the 40s and 50s. And I was like, this is the album. This is going to be incredible. And then those songs they weren't good enough. And then I made a bunch of rap stuff that's so fire. Like, I got some rap shit that I may have to just drop because it was so fucking fire. And I was like, yeah, we talking about my
This is
pussy.
it.
we talking about my pussy this time. Can I get that?
Pussy gang.
And then those songs didn't, like the verses are so fire, but they didn't song out for me. Like they didn't become songs for me. And then this iteration, post Rumors, after Rumors, I wrote Special and I wrote Everybody's Gay, and all these songs started, Coldplay, and all these songs started to come out, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is something.
Did it feel like it started to write itself? Like you're like, oh yeah, did it feel easier?
I had like a March Madness like bracket.
Oh my gosh.
I really did.
Eliminations?
Yeah, and they was battling each other. It was like head to head. There was a few songs that I was like, one cannot exist with another. So they had to like cancel each other out. And yeah, the best songs won.
How do people like that's around you or even you, how do you not fall in love with the song?
I'm so in love with so many songs that haven't come out. I got a Mark Ronson joint that didn't come out on the album that I still need to put out. Like, I've got songs. I just felt like this album needed to be this. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
why 12? Because we getting albums now where it's like 18, 20, 25 songs. Like 12 is like kind of an old school vibe too, where it's easy to listen to, and it flips right over and it takes you right back to song one.
I don't want to compare myself to nobody else, because for whatever reason they wanted to do that many songs, they felt they needed to do that, and I applaud them. For me, if I had done that many songs on this album, it wouldn't have been quality. It would have been just a bunch of songs for the sake of having them, and it would have been like feeding my ego to be like, well, I snapped on this song, so I'm putting this out because I want y'all to hear how hard I snapped. All the people who say Lizzo can't rap, bow, and it's like, it's not about that. It's about, is this an incredible song? Do I need to sing this song right now? Does somebody need to hear this song right now? Yes. And I think that's really what it came down to for me.
Because I know when I went to go just grab the album, when I saw how many songs, I was like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah. Sometimes
like,
lately it be taking me, I have to go in cycles to sessions to hear a full album. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to do part 2 later.
Yeah, you be like, I'm halfway done.
Which, I mean, in the streaming era, like, there's no rules. Like, you could have a 70-song album. It's all just streaming somewhere anyways. Like, it's not like, I mean, there are CDs. Get the About Damn Time CD on my website, LizzoMusic.com. But, like, it's just different rules in the streaming era.
All righty, y'all stick around y'all radios. We got Lizzo in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.
So when it comes time, you were mentioning picking the songs for your album. Are there people that you trust that weren't making the music with you, where you, like, your best friend, like, you listen to this and you'll actually take them when it comes to picking that song?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of, because I do play it for my friends, and they have kept it real with me. Oh my gosh. Like, I've played them songs before and they'll be like, they're like kind of quiet, and I'm like, what's wrong? And it's never really the song. It was like the format of it or the structure. And they'll be like, oh, we just thought it was interesting when it was. And then I'll play songs for them, and it's like an instant. They get up, they start going crazy. I think if ass is shaking, then the music is being making. You know what I'm saying? I had to come up with something.
Go ahead now. Look at it. Now she creating new songs in here.
The ass is shaking.
Now she's going to leave out of here like, is there another little studio in there?
You can lay this down real quick.
Where I can go lay this down? Go ahead,
lay this down.
Well, how hard was it to make certain songs that did make the album, though?
About Damn Time was very difficult, and I almost knocked somebody the fuck out making that.
Damn.
Nobody, it was a hypothetical somebody, but I was so over that motherfucking song because, mind you, it was the last song for the album. I turned in masters in March, and February, early March, we finished About Damn Time. And so I was like, I'm not even using this fucking song. Why am I working on it so much? And I think it was like, it wasn't right. So every time I would listen to a version of it, I'm like, this isn't quite right. I'm like, should we just drop it? And everyone was like, no, this is important. This song is important. And I was like, all right, I'm going back in. It was a lot of voice memos of just being like, this isn't right. The bridge wasn't right. The lyrics and the chorus weren't right. The verses weren't right. And it's funny because the verses on that one, when I was like thinking, it was like very thinky, and it was like, this is dedicated to every breath I take, you guys. It was like one of those. And then one day I was like, I'm going in the booth and I'm going to freestyle. And don't stop me. Just let me freestyle as long. And I've never done it like this before. I always freestyle maybe 2 or 3 passes, get out. But I was like, I'm going to freestyle as long as I want. Don't stop me. Don't tell me. Don't give me no direction. I'm just going to freestyle. And I was in there and I was like, in a minute, I'm going to need us in a minute. And I wasn't looking at them. I was just ignoring them. So I was just doing this. I did this for like 30, 40 minutes just in there. And then I came out the booth and they was like,
Wow.
We got it.
one.
Damn.
So it was like that song really needed time. And it can be very frustrating
What
when you
kept
have like
you going back to it though? You know how sometimes you just feel like not defeated, like, okay, you know what? I know I got the bangers, you know? Or just saying, you know what? Let me just put it out and my audience will love it.
Never ever
I can tell.
put a song out before it's done cooking. You don't want to eat no raw chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My team was very adamant about this song, and they don't lie to me. Like, they've never lied to me about what song was worth pursuing, to the point where I'll be mad at them. They be like, this ain't it. And I'm like, what did you mean?
You don't feel it?
So this one, they were like, we really think you need to spend the time. And so I was like, ugh, like, annoyed. But then what really did it was one night when we were recording the, anyways, you hear that, I had a bunch of people in the studio. So we have a party track running through the song. And it was my friends that came to the studio. And we was in the Michael Jackson studio where he did Thriller and everything. It was like
The
a moment.
aura's there.
It was, the energy was there, and we was drinking, Crown Apple in a can or whatever the fuck. And it was like we were getting the gang vocals. Okay, things like that. And the song wasn't done yet. I still needed to tweak a bunch in the bridge and everything. And then when they left, I listened to their voices on there, and I was like, "Oh, this is special." I think having, no pun intended, having those people I care about on a record like that, I was like, "Oh, this is next level." And I think that's what kind of encouraged me to take it to the next level. Now it's number one.
Hello. It works.
So right.
You know what's dope about that is that you do listen to people. Because you're in a position where people would think like, she got it. You know what I'm saying? Like why even listen? Or even talk down people where you can say, oh, y'all don't know about this. Like there's a feeling that I have that y'all don't have right now.
Yeah.
So how do you not pick the people, but it got to be such a blessing to have people in your life that really look out for you.
Well, the thing is like, I'm not making music for people who make music. I'm making music for people who listen to music and like music and dance to music and use music. So that's the opinion I really want. Somebody who's technical schmechnical sometimes, I'd be like, okay, all right, you're nerding out too much. You're overthinking. I like people aren't overthink. Like when you listen to music, you make music.
I have, yep.
Okay,
Yep.
you don't make music. That mean I come for you.
Right.
But like you're not thinking about like, oh my gosh, is this like a BPM too fast or too slow?
Right.
No.
Is this the right key for her?
Right.
Or should she have said about that time, or should she say about damn time? Because cussing is cooler. Like, you're not thinking about that shit.
Not even.
You're just like, oh, it feels good.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the opinion I really look for.
And then on the song Girls, And I don't want to go too far in it, but we do have these words that we're also learning that aren't acceptable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes we'll say something and then it's like, oh, okay, someone brought it to my attention. I didn't know until I saw with Girls that there was a problem with, I'm damn, with the code. I'm afraid to say it.
Yeah.
So, but you listen, you said a word, which I thought was just like, oh, we over here having a good time.
Right.
And so people came back and said, hey, that means a certain word to a group of people. And you heard it enough where you went in and you changed.
I actually didn't hear it enough.
Right.
It didn't take that much for me to make that decision.
And I'm not talking about as far as like many voices, but you heard like, oh,
right. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't backlash that made me do it. It was just the information. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not any amount of backlash in the world that's going to make me do shit, to be honest with you. Oh my God, you need to stop wearing ponytails. No, bitch, because I want to wear a motherfucking ponytail. There's no amount of backlash in the world that's going to stop me from being me. But when I got the information and I did my own research and said, oh, this is actually offensive and this is very valid, I made the decision. And I think that's what I base I base it on my instinct, and I base it on information and facts. And I think also I wanted to show that like if they wanted to, they would. You know what I'm saying? Like when we call out injustices, and when I say we, I'm talking Black people, I'm talking the fat Black women in the body positive movement. When we call out injustices and people act like, and they gaslight us and make us feel like we're wrong for the way that we feel, and they're not changing things in the system or changing things in the culture to make us feel better and more included, let me show you. It's easy. I did it. So why the fuck can't you?
And it's also like, it was a very special and a real moment as well. Because I'm pretty sure people get upset with everything that you say or I say, or you know what I'm saying? Like, But this is that one where you're like, okay, you know, I
Well,
hear it.
and off of that, it was like, I see, but isn't this the girl that says bitch every 2 seconds? Like somebody, and like, I'm gonna stop saying bitch.
Right.
And then somebody else was like, hey, when you said slow songs, that's for skinny hoes. I'm skinny and that offended me. Like people were starting to say things like that. And I was like, that's not facts. You know, that's your feelings. And I apologize for that. But when I did my research into the facts, I don't want to promote harmful language.
Right.
I don't want to promote harmful language.
It's crazy because everybody got a problem.
Everybody.
If you just came on and went, whoo, they'd be like, yeah, why the fuck she saying who through the whole song? Or just, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
you know what?
If you just said nothing, they'd be like, oh.
We now, for the first time in history of human existence, have access to millions of people's individual thoughts all the time about everything. I don't think it was meant to be that way, but here we are.
Yeah.
So we're learning a lot because there's 10 billion people on the planet, and they all have different triggers and nuances, and we're finding out about it in real time, in your face. They have direct access to me.
Gosh,
if they don't like my shirt, well, this is Yitty, so you do like it, bitch. And the bra's Yitty too, and the chain is Yitty.
And tell them what it is, though.
It's Yitty, it's mine, CEO of Yitty.
Hello.
But they could literally tweet me right now and be like, I don't like your fucking shirt. And I could see that. Versus like 20 years ago, you couldn't say that shit to me.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't dare. Because I slapped the shit out of you.
Yeah. And then for you to slap the shit out of them, too.
And blame it on security.
They would have,
Fuck
fuck around and Roddy Rich
you
somebody.
You ain't gonna lawsuit me.
I saw that.
Roddy Rich, security had it. They had it. You know, they had control, and he was like, let me just get a couple kicks in too. But you know what it is? It's also Lizzo, this device. You know what I'm saying? I remember like back in the days, it was like, oh, you know, if you brought out an album, Rolling Stone will write about it. You know, you want to 5 mics in the source or anything like that. Now everybody's a critic.
Yes.
Everybody is a critic now.
And I was just saying this on Twitter. I was like, we're in a post Yelp review society where people think it's cute to comment on shit they don't like. It's like you don't like something, and then you're like, hey, I don't like this. Right? I'm like, we're so focused on negative shit. Like if you see a review and there's someone smiling, I love it. Are you gonna click that? Or are you gonna click the one that's like, I reviewed the new French fries, and then you're like, oh, let me see what this person's talking about. It's gonna get more clicks. I did an experiment once, and I tweeted like, I'm so fucking sad today, and I tweeted, I'm really happy today. And the I'm so fucking sad today got so much more interaction on the internet. And I was like, that's interesting. People connect more. But on one way, it's like, why do we do that? But also, it's so indicative of like people are suffering, and people relate to suffering more than they relate to joy, which is mind blowing.
Amen. Let me tell you that. And that's why I'm slowly backing away from a lot of it. I'm slowly backing away from a lot of it, man. It's just a lot, and we got to be enough of it. We got to be in. You know what I'm saying? We got, but I come now and I just kind of dance around the edges and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't get in the middle too much.
That's your dancing.
Okay, all right. All right. I'm out now.
You got to be aware of it, but don't become it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Easy call. Y'all stick around y'all radios. We got Lizzo in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.
This might be a little bit of a stretch, but just go with me here. You were in Hustlers. Jennifer Lopez was in
was.
Hustlers. Yeah, you were. I went to go see it. But she just, her and Ben got married. Do you ever imagine yourself getting married one day and having the wedding?
Wait, so they got married?
Yeah. They got married.
No way.
In Vegas.
They said they wanted you to sing there, but you turned it down. That's the rumor I'm starting on the shade.
Why are you putting all the rumors ain't true?
Yeah. Sorry. There's another one. She'll be like, fuck, now I gotta go back in and do another rumors.
Right. Rumors Part 2 featuring J-Lo.
Hey, I want it.
So
yeah, you're saying they got married.
Marriage is an interesting institution. Well, you know what I love? I love weddings. I cry at weddings. I love a ceremony. You get dressed up and everybody's celebrating love. Like that. It's so beautiful. I think weddings, marriage, and love are 3 different things. They can all exist at the same time, but they don't have to. They're not like, mutually exclusive things. So would I get married if it was a business? If we wanted to bring our business together and create an empire? Yeah. Would I have a wedding? Right fucking now I would. Right now. If somebody was like, will you wedding me? I'd say, hell yeah.
Right.
It's cake, it's dancing, it's getting dressed up, it's a party.
It's the best.
That's my favorite
Right.
shit. Attention. You know what I'm saying? A honeymoon, a trip, a fuckcation.
Yeah, so
love that.
So you more with
last
with the marriage.
I like
part,
the celebration of
celebration.
love.
Okay.
I think a marriage is only if me and my partner
You want
wanted
the wedding,
to.
not the marriage.
If we wanted to start a business
Love it.
together and we had children and was like, we need to create a legacy for our children and on a financial level, hell yeah. I think a marriage is super appropriate. Because that's a joining of the union. We're coming together. We're sharing our bank accounts.
Right.
You know, damn near all of that shit.
Probably a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I love
get an LLC
I love
together.
a wedding.
You know what I'm saying? Incorporate.
Make the kid a
Uh-oh, what are
corporation.
you- what
Oh
are you
no,
pointing
it
out?
really fucking happened.
Yeah.
Showed her the
Jennifer
J-Lo
Lopez.
and Ben. Yeah.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah, always.
God damn. I'm happy for her.
And,
I'm happy
and
for
they went to
Jennifer.
Vegas. That's good. That means there's no guilt on invites.
Right. I'm like, 'cause who was there?
Would
It
you
was
want
just-
a big wedding if it happened, or would you? No, you probably want the big celebration.
Damn, that's a great
Mm-hmm.
question. Cause I am surrounded by people all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it is nice to be, you know what? I would, if I did a wedding, I would be in nature and I would be, I know this sound wild, I would be
Naked?
barefoot.
I was just thinking.
Now let me tell you something. You're not
I just
far.
think so you'll be barefoot.
You're not far.
Hello.
Barefoot.
I know I wouldn't be far because I'd
You
be
know?
behind the tree like this.
And maybe I object.
In the
Or what did I
cut.
say when you
In the cut.
Yeah.
and I would want to be in some sort of like flowing water because you know there's life in flowing water, and that would be so symbolic of our love.
Keep it real. If you had a wedding and you had a list of 1,000 people, would we be on that list?
Oh,
1,000.
Probably not, because there's 1,000 people that
a
1,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know 1,000 people. Let me keep it real
Okay,
with
so
you. I
we'll probably be
don't
in
know
there.
that many people. I keep a small, tight circle.
There you go again.
I said that on here, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was like, hold your tongue. Don't talk
Yeah.
about your pussy again.
Yeah.
When it's good, you can't stop talking about
Say
it.
that then. Say
you ever
that
been
then.
to a restaurant? You went, that
know?
food is amazing. You
I
just
had
want
it
to
on
talk
loop.
about it.
I
You
would
had
just
what?
drive home listening to it on loop. I just had the loop of it. I'm like, man, this girl on this good ass pussy.
I know. I'm very proud of it. What we talking about?
Exactly. Y'all stick around. Y'all
always
happy.
I don't know 1,000 people. I don't know 1,000 people.
She got caught up in the thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Again.
keep. This is real Scouts honor.
Were you a scout?
I was a Girl Scout.
Okay,
in
all right.
Detroit.
Okay.
I ate all the cookies.
Hello. Get a bill, get an invoice at the
Yeah,
end. Like, damn it.
Between me and my mama, we fucked them cookies up. We said, damn, we gotta pay for this, huh? It was the Samoas for me.
Oh, man.
Those are fire.
sure.
Y'all will
Bread.
come to the reception.
Okay, so we ain't come to the reception.
Nice.
All right. So that means that's a nice way of saying we're not invited.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
I wanna see the
but the
ceremony
reception.
too, though.
No.
Aw, that's my
Natalia,
favorite part.
please. We're the reception.
Yeah, we already made it.
Listen, I don't know how many
We
people
good.
gonna be in there.
Yeah,
ho.
that's
I don't-
real. That's
I
real.
don't think it's gonna be.
And then when I asked, she was probably like, "Damn, big you," but I don't know about Natalia and Louis.
You know what I'm really
are
good
we
at?
talking about Wacko
I'm really
too?
good at watching the wedding photos being taken place and doing the hold on, wait a second, and then fixing.
Yeah,
and
that
then
can be a
running
pain
away.
in the ass too.
Okay.
I'm,
You know?
I'm that friend.
No, you know what? Simple question. You said if there's 1,000 guests
Yeah.
at my wedding, are y'all invited? Yes. And I'll say that I don't know 1,000 people.
All right.
So y'all are in
Just
my
feelings.
tight. Y'all are in my mid to tight circle.
I love it.
I'll
dog.
take it. Say
I
less.
love it.
Say
Yeah.
less.
Say less.
Say less. I'll be like a seat filler. They be like, big over here.
If there was 100
JG went to the
people-
restroom. Big shit here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stick around. Y'all radios. We got Lizzo in the neighborhood. Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Your big interview. Lizzo is in the
Yep.
neighborhood. The album is special, and the album is extremely special. Natalia.
It is, and you recently talked about how Beyonce was like your North Star. Like her music really helped you during.
I
with-
wanted to ask the Beyonce
Oh,
question.
go for it,
No,
babe.
just playing. No.
But is it true that you still haven't officially met her?
No, I've never physically met Beyonce.
How does that happen or not happen?
Well, it's Beyonce. She
Right.
She's like, you don't really have access to
Right.
to
And you don't just pop in at the store and be like, oh, she would Beyonce over
right.
there.
She a legend. She got a whole family.
I'm a legend, but I still go out. You know what I'm saying? I still met you.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
you interviewed me. I feel like that's how. Oh, no, we met at Diddy's birthday.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, we didn't. Wait, where did we meet?
I thought I said hello at Diddy's party.
Okay.
You know, it probably wasn't as special to you though.
As it was to you.
Special.
Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember Dre that night too. Dre was like, "Man, is that Lizzo?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Introduce me to her." I was like, "Fucking Dre? Are you serious?"
That's dope.
Does
Hell
that
yeah.
trip you out when that happens?
Yes. It doesn't get old. You
I
never.
heard that.
I never.
Never get used to
I
it.
never get used to it.
Mm-mm.
It's like, man, and it's an honor to see the people that you grew up watching, and they're iconic. They know I exist. I always say, I'm like, you know I exist, and
Yeah.
they be like, girl, stop. I'm like, I'm serious.
Man, so the Beyonce thing hasn't happened yet. And I'm pretty sure it could have been forced or it could have been y'all were somewhere, but you want it to be like organic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dream. Okay, this is
Tell
so
us.
silly, but my.
This doesn't involve like Clydesdales, like horses and stuff, does it?
Oh my God. What are you talking about? Because she was on that horse.
No, I'm just saying, are y'all riding in on horses or you know what I'm saying?
I don't need to get up on
Okay.
no. I'm
Okay.
I'm a lot of woman.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why we love you.
I would love if like she was like, hey Lizzo, you want to get in the studio and
Why does that sound like
Work on.
Beyonce?
I was
I'll
gonna
be
say
like,
that's a really good
yeah. I'll
deal.
be like, yeah, girl, let's do it. And she'd be like, already, H time, going down. And then we get in the studio, and then we just looking into each other's eyes, and she's like, so what do you think? How you think it should go? I'm like, well, I think it should be like this. And then we write this beautiful song that's like the best song of all time, and then we're like, we ain't never gonna drop it.
Oh my gosh.
Never gonna-
Imagine.
And then I'm like, hell yeah. Like sometimes I like having little
That
secrets.
ended fucked up. I was gonna say, I can't wait to hear it.
The Save the World song. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
I like having little secrets with my
They got a
contemporaries
song
and
called
artists.
Cure the COVID, and they're not gonna release it. You know what
Got the
I'm saying?
recipe in there.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
They got the cure.
We gonna gatekeep.
Like, girl, we never gonna release this.
I don't know. I like because I love the process so much of connecting with somebody in the studio. I like it more than when it come out and everything and all of the applause. I like that personal moment, and that's something I would cherish.
You just don't want us to have that same feeling.
It's fuck
Keep it to
y'all.
yourself.
It's fuck y'all.
Like this is about me. Like I done
tell you
collab
about
with
it.
a lot of people. I done gave y'all some great music. Now y'all being selfish. Let me have this one. Let me have my moment. Like,
It's a lot of pressure when you work with somebody who's like iconic and incredible. It's like that pressure to have like the perfect song is high, and there's no pressure when you're in the studio just making stuff for fun.
Does it get hard? Like, how do you for yourself gauge someone, meeting them and knowing that when you are going to step in the studio, something great is going to happen?
How do I gauge it?
Yeah, like when you meet someone, like what's the energy that you like to feel from someone when you're like, I know it.
No, because I'll keep it real with you. I haven't been in the studio a lot with people. Like there's only a handful of people that I've really gotten in. And, like Ariana Grande, that was so incredible because she's just like, what do you want to do it now? Do you want to? Okay, I want to write this part. And like she's just
she
so.
got pipes too.
Oh, she can sing and she vocal produces herself and she can engineer herself and it's just so fun. And she's just like, fuck it, let's do it. You want to drink some rosé? And I'm like, yeah.
She told us she didn't drink.
Oh no, I drank the rosé.
No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing.
I will say that as I was saying, I was like, oh fuck, I drank the rosé.
Right.
I don't know if she did, but I drank
Do
it.
you have like rituals when you record? Like, do you have to be barefoot? Do you have to, Because I remember at one time I was speaking with Usher and he went in naked a few times. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Usher. We did talk about
Wiz
it.
Khalifa says that when he feels
Yeah, he
into it, he
take
takes
his
his shoes off, but
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
Only one shoe.
Hey, that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? He gets some good music.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you have
Usher
anything
being
like
naked
that?
is a
Yeah, man.
level to me.
Jermaine Dupri told me that, and I was like, Usher, and he was like, yeah, man. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That man, listen,
Gotta
whatever
feel it,
he
man.
do in the studio, maybe we all need to do because that man can sing.
Can you imagine if you came in and I was naked?
Oh my gosh.
I done lost 300 pounds. I got all this loose skin and shit. She'd
that's
be
how
like,
you
man,
get
I got to
radio?
do a phoner.
It'd be a whole different headline. A whole different headline.
She's like, I got to do a phoner. I can't go in. Do Big do Zooms?
I don't know if I have like a ritual or
Superstition or anything?
I don't like ISO booths. So for people who don't know, like ISO booth is where the booth where you go in the room
Right.
and it's soundproofed and it's normally
So
dark.
you like being out a little bit? Like,
I like being in the room. I don't like disconnecting from people. I always feel like ISO booths are haunted. I don't know why.
but you know what? That was so the norm. You know, it was like people were like, oh, I'm going to go get in the booth. And
Yeah.
now I look and I'm like, man, people just kind of sitting on a couch
I
or they
know.
sitting at the board.
Yeah.
Like,
Hotels.
so you prefer that.
Well, the studio that I work at for the most part has like a glass sliding door and it's not far from everyone. Like it's
Gotcha.
right there. So I'm not too far, but even that, it'd be like double plated. And I'm like, I open one of them and be like, hey guys. It's
Are y'all
something
still out
creepy
there?
about being in rooms. Like I've been in a lot of haunted studios and had weird shit happen.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into all of it.
Do you believe in aliens?
It's not about believing in aliens. It's just like, have you seen the James Webb telescope photos where there's a grain of sand of like a zillion galaxies in the sky? We're not the only people out here.
Right.
I don't think like it's
We'd be
like aliens
Yeah.
coming here and like I don't think it's
With
that.
eyes, yeah.
Right. But I definitely think like other people,
How can we be the only?
how could we be the only? There's other higher life forms that exist. You know what I'm saying?
Mess around here, Roar Orbison
Damn.
or something on her track. Somebody be like, what the hell?
So
I didn't hear
but
that.
you've also seen a ghost? Have you seen a ghost or felt a ghost?
I don't see nothing. I
Okay.
say, I don't want to see you.
Right.
Don't touch me. I've had experiences where I've heard voices and I've been like I've been touched. Yeah, and it's
You were like, Mike, is that you?
listen.
Sure, here I
The
am.
ghosts do get real. Like I had a ghost tell me
I'm
I was
thinking you
beautiful.
Eddie Kendrick from the Temptations in here at first. I don't know what's going on.
A ghost told me I was beautiful
Okay, now.
once. A ghost touched my neck. And I don't want to say a ghost because that
Right.
just sounds like I'm
Something.
like, ooh, but like something. And I'm not making this up. Like I'm a very logical person. Like I love scientific. I'm like, what's the science behind this? What's the science behind me sitting in I was in a photo booth against a wall in an old bar. No window. I heard a voice on this ear. This was the exit. And I heard it on this ear say, you're beautiful. It was a man's voice. And I was like, I got goosebumps and I got out of there and I said, wait a minute. You know, I've had things like that. I've been in hotel rooms and I hear Lizzo and I'm like, first off, how do you know my stage name?
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Yeah, like, can I get an autograph or something?
I love you.
It's a groupie ghost.
It's some weird shit, man,
Yeah,
in
man.
the world. I can't explain it, but I've had it happen to me and I'm not tripping.
I remember one time, dude, I heard just faintly, I heard, sir, sir. And then she was like, sir, do you want anything else to eat? I was like, I thought I'm tripping. I was like, yeah, just bring me some wings. Sorry about that.
Zoning out.
I was like, oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, she had to call my attention like 2-3 times. So definitely apologize about that. Y'all stick around, y'all radios. We got Lizzo in the neighborhood. The album is special. Big Boy's neighborhood. Big Boy's neighborhood.
Boy.
Hello.
Those are
Lizzo
part
is
of the
in the
game.
neighborhood.
You
Big
are.
interview. Lizzo, I want to do a couple would you rathers with you. All righty.
All right.
And these aren't hard to think about. You know, these aren't too deep. This one may be. All right. Would you rather have no one come to your wedding or no one come to your funeral?
Damn. I don't think the funeral counts because it ain't for you. Funerals are for the people who are still here.
Right.
So hopefully it's because I'm going to be 3,000 years old. So everyone who would have come to my funeral would have already died.
Right.
Huh, makes sense.
I pallbeared so many people. I outlived everybody.
Methuselah.
Would you rather your partner have an affair or you have an affair?
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause
I'm in the booth.
you know, I'll just weigh the sides of the coin. forgiveness, the forgiveness about it. I trust myself to forgive. I don't know. I can't trust nobody else to forgive me.
Right.
So I think I would
imagine?
rather have the affair happen to me. I'd rather him have the affair because I know that I can forgive him.
Right.
You know, and I don't want to have to gamble if he's forgiven me because that will guilt me for the rest of my life.
She's cutting the corner of her eyes. Cutting the corners of your eyes every time she see your face.
But luckily, I don't have that problem.
Right.
We won't have that problem ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The relationship is not built as such?
No, the relationship is just so solid. Like we not focused on that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm getting like little false messages from you then.
Wait, huh?
I'm saying,
I'm just saying, like,
False looks.
thought you were winking at me.
how do you think I've been?
So you do have, so it is your eyelash.
It's allergies.
Oh,
It was allergies.
Yes, good to have allergies in a closed room. All righty now, Lizzo, would you rather have your album sell 10 million copies or 10 albums that sell 1 million copies?
That's that Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Huh? I would rather sell 10 million copies.
Really?
Because it's not about, like, you said 10 for $1 million each?
No. Would you rather have one, like, special sell 10 million copies, or would you rather have an album that sells 10 albums that sells 1 million each? Would you rather have it all now, or would you rather have it over 10 years?
Oh.
Should I be nobody do albums anymore?
That's
Like,
interesting.
who's your asses? The emotions?
That's
Like,
interesting. Well, who's to say that Special won't sell 10 million and then after that sell another 10 million? Well, not now. So I'm gonna say 10 million because you didn't give me the option.
Let's go to the next one then.
Yeah, you ain't give me
Look
the
at
option.
you all righteous. Why do you believe in yourself so much? Jesus Christ.
I'm me.
All this positive thinking.
How could you not?
Hello.
I did the work.
Lizzo, for 1 month, would you rather have a cold sore on your lip or pink eye?
Damn,
For a month.
crazy.
Man.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Fuck.
Right.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
We'd be like, oh, you can take this with you, honey. That's yours. Like, as soon as you finish the interview, you're like, man, did you see that, like, cold sore on her lip? No.
Sorry.
So cold sore for a month or pink eye for a month?
I'm gonna say the eye.
Right. You can shade game. Shade game.
I've had, you know, the eye situation before.
And plus, you could wear shades.
It wasn't because I wiped shit in my eye.
Right.
I just want everyone to know
Because
that.
then people gonna be like, oh, the way that you get a star,
Right.
pink eye, like,
Right. I've just had an eye situation before.
right.
And you know where it was from. I was getting them fake lashes because I wanted to wake up pretty. I was pulling rappers and shit, and I was like, okay, I gotta stay ready.
Right.
So I was getting my lashes done and shit, and I was so allergic to it. The glue, I think, I just can't wear fake lashes, like the installs, or what are they called? The extensions?
Yeah, the extensions, yeah.
Because I was waking up with gunk in my eye, and it was pink, and it would be like shit floating around in my eyeball that I had to peel out like pus
see?
from the fake lashes.
The things
Just
you do
so
for
you know.
beauty.
Stop doing that. I'm beautiful enough. I'm
Hello.
good. Damn.
Lizzo, you're on a raft
Okay.
in the middle of the ocean. Alrighty?
All right.
You see 2 people floating. You can only bring 1 person up.
Oh, no.
You look in the ocean.
You better not say that.
You see Beyonce and you see Adele. Who do you bring up? And Lizzo, who do you let drown?
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. They
Yeah,
both
it
got
is.
they both got babies.
Let's not go that far though. 'Cause yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please. I'm
You just
a
mean-
parent. Let's keep it
You,
on the
you just mean music.
I'm almost so bad. And there's gonna be somebody like, I can't believe he asked her that shit. What the fuck is wrong with Big Boy? He asked him no dumbest shit. Like,
I will. Okay. Here's my logic. Here's
Okay.
my logic.
mm-hmm.
I do. I love Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I have 2 answers for you. I would
But
say
she has chose not to meet you yet. No, it's
Woo.
bullshit. No,
I will say even Adele would be like, save Beyonce.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's true.
Because
Yeah.
we both love her so much. But also, maybe I save Adele because Beyonce can fucking swim real good. I've seen enough documentaries where she's like, I just love the ocean because I just love being a part of the water.
I heard
And she
that.
be swimming and floating in the ocean. Like, she loved jumping off of yachts into the middle of the Amalfi Coast. So Beyonce, I think, would survive.
Okay. So you'll save Adele. All right, let me do this one for you. See if this one's harder. Adele, you're on a raft, middle of the ocean. You look in, you see Adele, and you see me.
Oh, shit.
Who do you save, soul sister, my black queen?
I'm going to save you because you're sitting in front of me right now.
Right? Yeah. She like, because we're not on that raft. Yeah. Y'all stick around y'all radios. We got Lizzo in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood,
Boy.
your big
Big
interview.
Boy.
Lizzo is in the neighborhood. Natalia, yeah.
Have you had a chance to get together and meet up with Chris Evans?
That's your
Better not.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
She's like,
last time,
wait.
because last time when you were on Zoom, I asked, what was it about Chris that you were like, yeah, Chris Evans is dope. And so now I want to know, like, how far, like, are you guys friends yet? In-person friends?
He's been very busy, and so have I.
Uh-huh.
Like, Chris Evans is... He's coming to he did promise that we would do tequila shots at a show. I don't know what show. And mind you, this was before I announced my tour. That's with Lotto. And we just released new tickets for another date at Madison Square Garden and at LA Forum and in Portland because we sold out Madison Square Garden, which has been my dream ever since I was a little squirrel.
Come on
And we
now.
sold out the
Hello.
Forum. Hello. And we sold out Portland. So we just released more tickets, or a new day, not more tickets, but we got a whole other day at Madison Square Garden, the Forum in Portland. So get your tickets at littlemusic.com. We going with Lotto.
Go ahead now.
Anyway, so Chris Evans did say we would link up and, do tequila shots at a show one day. So we have not done that yet because I've been busy.
Hello.
Dropping Yitty, getting Emmy nominated for Watch Out for the Big Girls, dropping a critically acclaimed album,
Come on now.
having a #1 song,
Hello.
and doing other stuff.
Is this what you imagined your career being?
Oh, sorry, we were at church. Go ahead. She didn't understand that.
I know,
No.
sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't. But like, are these all the things? Because like you said, you just got like
Can
nominated
y'all
for an
stop that
Emmy.
black shit for a moment?
I didn't say it. Stop it.
Right. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, Lizzo, just real quick. Yeah, righteous, poor righteous teachers. Yeah. So sister, let me ask you this. Nubian princess, Nubian queen. Let me ask you. Go ahead.
But is this what you imagined for your life?
Right. Oh, that was the
To get
question.
back to the question.
Well, in some ways, yes. I definitely, ever since I was little, I knew I would be a musician. And I wanted to be a great musician. I thought I was going to be in Flute, but a great musician nonetheless. And I also knew I wanted to help people. So, yes, in a very abstract, maximalist way, yes. All of this, Emmys, did not even expect Emmys last year. So I don't know, like the sky is a limit. I don't put a limit on my expectations of life. I don't give myself low expectations. I don't give myself high expectations because I can always go higher, So, no, I'm grateful, but I always knew that this is what I was going to be doing. The intention was always there, but all of this, I'm grateful. I'm just here for the ride.
Lizzo, thank you so much for coming into the neighborhood, like showing up. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have definitely did this via phone or
I was
or on Zoom.
tired too.
But you know what? You showed up and man, and you knocked it out. It's always good to see you.
Yep.
Such great energy, man. Continue to smile. You know what I'm saying? You make so many others smile. And thank you for your energy. And your album special is just that. And I know you're gonna hear it a lot, but I have to say it a lot. You have a very great album. And thank you for delivering that to us as well.
Thank you.
Lizzo in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
boy.